What's going on YouTube? This is Mason AJ with the Aficionados, and today I'm bringing you a moment in true epic comic book history. You know it, I know it, you know what it is? It's Star Wars. I don't know how that got there. Now. This is truly an epic moment. Now, if you don't know why, Disney was bought by Star Wars, or Star Wars was bought by Disney. The very first acts that Disney, or as we refer to them as in the Aficionados, Lord Disney did, was declare that all Star Wars extended universe, the comic books, the video games, the novels, like anything that wasn't the direct movies is officially doesn't matter no more. It's non-canon. So pretty much they took 30 years, maybe even 40 years of work and just declared it glorified fan fiction. And this was a big move, and I understand why they did it because they're making these new movies and everything, but this was a huge blow. And now we have the first piece of the new history or continuation after the movies, called with the Star Wars comic book by Marvel. And I have to say, I'm a little bit weirded out the fact that Star Wars had the big Marvel logo in the corner. It's just odd. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, don't get me wrong. Marvel did a great job on this book, but still Marvel Star Wars. I kind of feel like this is going to be an eventual setup to be oh, Spider-Man's in the Star Wars universe. You kind of know it's going to happen. You know it's going to be one of those things. Now, with this book, I have to say they did a fantastic job. Storyline of this book is set after the first movie, which I guess is the fourth movie, first four. It's set after Star Wars A New Hope. So Luke has just destroyed the Death Star and Darth Vader is still a prominent figure and he's searching for the Jedi. And it has that same goofy, campy feel. I almost feel like they took the movie somehow and kind of superimposed it into a comic book, and it really works out. Now, the only flaw I would say with this book is, okay, when the lightsabers come out, they did this thing where, as opposed to having one arc was they have this thing where it goes and it kind of gives the illusion, I guess, supposedly that it's supposed to be happening in slow motion and multiple arcs, of the sword because it's light and everything. But it kind of gives a sense that I feel it's more better to portray multiple blades rather than one sword. So when a dude swings a sword, I think is he swinging 5 swords or one? Or did I somehow imagine that? It's kind of like an optical illusion, and I see where they were going with it. That's the only bad thing I would say. Now, you have to read this book. I'm not going to spoil the story for you, but I will say that it is true Star Wars love. If you have any love for lightsabers, if any love for Jedi, any love for the classics of Darth Vader, Han Solo, you are getting your money's worth. And this should be a book that you really should buy and put in your collection, freeze dry it, carbonate, hydrate this book, okay, for your kids and kids, so they can go and be oh, we have discovered the book, The Lost Chronicles of Star Wars. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you feel about Star Wars. Let me know what your favorite Star Wars movies was. How do you feel about, you know what? Here's a question. How do you feel about Disney destroying the extended universe or demoralizing, decanonizing, whatever you want to call it? I really want to know, if you have a particular favorite video game, novel, or comic book, what that was for you, because it technically doesn't exist no more. And also, how do you feel about this new book? This is Mason AJ with the Aficionados. I just brought you another great comic book.